I was born ready.
Really adopted it. All right, 3, 2, 1, and prepare yourself once again, guys. Episode 60 of Talking Through the Medias. This is Chris, Sean. It's going to be a little different. We're gonna be laser focused on a topic that we both love, and that's the TV show Stranger Things for Netflix.
Season 2, baby.
Original Netflix. And that one, when's that coming out?
Like a day. I think it's coming out in like a day or so.
Is it this Friday that's actually
They believe it's the 27th.
Awesome.
So a day or two. It's like 2 days. Comes out in like 2 days.
Halloween. This is going to be, this is the pre-binge. This isn't an official binge, but me and Sean have both agreed that we're going to try to binge that shit when it drops. Friday, it should be midnight. It should be Thursday midnight when it crosses to Friday, right? Or
they've got it. I don't have it in front of my screen, but if you pull it up, they have an active counter on Netflix right now, and this is the only show I've ever seen that where they had a counter ticking down for the release of it.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm sure it's funny. Countdown to Stranger Things 2. Let's see what it says. Officially on Netflix, it's StrangerThingsCountdown.com.
No, on the actual, when you open Netflix, it has a counter on the actual Stranger Things.
Netflix. Let's see what it does here.
At least there was.
So guys, this is just going to be our little. We're going to warm you up. We're going to get you nice and
properly dilated
for some Stranger Things. Well, let's talk about what we saw on season 1. What was it about season 1 that you love so much?
Man, so it felt like they had like a collision of all good things in this. It felt like we were watching like a version of the X-Files directed by Steven Spielberg. That's the best way I can sum it up. It had the quality of a AAA tentpole movie with the length of a really good TV show. And they didn't give you too much, like 40 episodes. They just gave you a couple episodes, and at the end of it, it leaves on a cliffhanger, and you're like, oh, shit, I got to wait for another year. So here we are. I have, and it's kind of like when you watch like Lost or whatever, you don't know where they're going to go with it. You have no idea. So I mean, they show you a little bit in the preview for season 2, obviously, like it looks like the big giant arachnid thing, but really we have no idea what they're going to do with this. I think it was his name character, Will. He came back from the upside down, and then one of the last things we see is a slug or something coming out of his nose, or he coughs it up. So, and in the preview, it kind of hints at the fact that he is, in fact, see, look at that. 1 day and 4 hours, baby. Woo!
Woo! Yep, there it is right
here.
Have
you ever seen, and this is on the Netflix app, right?
No, I had to go to yourcountdown.to. This is somebody else probably doing this, but it's the only one I could find, so I decided to put this one up.
Well, on the Xbox,
I went to. It's probably maybe streaming through certain things. I went to the website. It wasn't there. It might be a little thing that's doing it through the console.
Yeah, on the Xbox, it's got the ticker counting down. So 1 day and 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, bring the Red Bull and the comfy cushions to the couch.
The thing that I love about this show, we are officially 1 day, 4 hours, 32 minutes, 13 seconds, and counting away from seeing season 2. I love the fact that it was based in the 80s, and it didn't feel like it was like somebody who made this film who was probably born in 1995. You could tell that. And with Winona Ryder there, I'm sure she was a good reference. Like, oh no, this is not 80s. That is not. Like, it felt like somebody who actually knew what the hell they were talking about. I'm getting tired of every time I see something from the 80s or the 90s. All they talk about is the over-exaggerated hair, the over-exaggerated punky Brewster colors, and all that stuff. The 80s was more than that. Not my favorite decade, but it still deserves the best respect because I am an 80s baby. I was born in 1980. Damn it. So. I feel like this was one of the first, if not the first show that actually captured the essence of it, because this was a small town. This was a little bubble of a town, and you saw the from the cars to the outfits and whatnot. It wasn't all over. It wasn't all Michael Jackson zippers. It was. And
you remember what the sheriff said? That nothing bad happens here. The one bad thing that's happened here is when Susan Gillespie's hair got mistaken for a nest and she got attacked by an owl.
That was the worst thing that ever happened.
Yeah, it's like nothing happens here, And then they get I don't want to give too many details for those of you who haven't seen it. I will say this: if you have not seen Stranger Things season 1, do yourself a favor, do us a favor, do the world a favor. You need to binge this in the next day.
Treat yourself to this show.
Part of me wishes that I could go back and not have watched it just so I could binge it and have it be fresh right before a day before season 2. Because you guys are lucky if you haven't seen this and you get to watch this right now, and then season 2 comes right afterwards. You're in for a damn treat.
I'm envy of that guy who hasn't seen it, who's like, you know what? I'm going to see what this shit is all about. Who's going to binge season 1 right up to season 2. And
you lucky bastard.
Oh, you lucky. I envy you, man. I wish I could have that Men in Black that thing that makes
eraser
and then just be like, and then every day I'm like, I know her name is Millie Bobby Brown, but I love calling her Billy Bobby Brown. I don't know why. I call her Billy Bobby Brown. And everybody always correct it's Millie. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I like saying Billy Bobby. That's the triple B. She's
such a likable character in this show.
And a likable person.
They give you like just little tidbits at a time, little munchies throughout the show. So you're like, what is the deal with, and her name is 11, but everybody calls her Elle, I believe, in the show. What's the deal with her? And as the show progresses, you start to get a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. I don't know what it is, man. She's just a likable character. There's no really anybody that you don't like in this show. I off the top of my head.
Well, that asshole boyfriend for the older sister, that dude was an asshole for a while. But spoiler alert, he kind of redeems himself. But as far as character development and whatnot, they did a good job on everybody, even the people that you're not supposed to like or root for. They did a good job on the people you're supposed to hate. You hate the people you're supposed to like. You like. And here's another thing that they did without even knowing that they did it. People that didn't even matter turned out to be huge. What was her name with the glasses?
I think Barbara. Yeah, everybody was rooting for
everybody. She's coming back. I'm sorry, Sean. She's coming. After that, out of nowhere.
You really think they're going to bring Barbara back?
This is a one and done thing for this character. I guarantee you, the writers and the editors, they heard all the fans. I love Barbara, the look, because she captured the 80s.
Maybe part of her, because spoilers, guys, shut it off if you don't want to hear. Maybe because of what happened to Barbara, maybe part of her is still in the upside down, or an essence of her, or part of her personality, or something is in the upside down.
You mean like a ghost, or you think?
She was killed by something from another dimension.
So the only way I'm going to agree with that is part of her is still alive, only because as a writing tool and a quick fix,
you would have to have a semi bullshit believable thing.
Exactly.
He wasn't killed by a person.
Barbara's not dead because with the power of straight up convenience, I'm just gonna say her spirit.
They may even go so far as to stretch it, because they said that, and spoilers, guys, things in the upside down, they're kind of connected. So Elle is connected to the upside down, and so technically Elle is connected to these things that killed Barbara. So maybe Barbara is still in Elle to a minuscule degree. Who knows? But you never know with this show. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Prediction. Barbara is going to come back as a monster. She is going to be possessed. Her body
with the glasses still on.
The glasses come back, and it's like, where the hell have you been? She's going to be like, what are you talking about? And it's not going to be her. She is going to be the main villain of season 2.
Oh God!
It's going to make sense that the monster that's going to be for season 2 is going to use her dead body vessel as a way to come to this side and trick us all. We thought you were dead. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm back. Well, thanks to the popularity of my character, I'm back. And I'm the villain now.
Nah, I think Barbara's gone. I think Barbara's done.
But technically, she would be gone, but the actress gets to work again.
I think she's gonna be lucky if she gets a cameo as a flashback. Honestly, I know they have a new girl in the show too. I don't know what her character involvement is, but I know there is another girl in the show now. So
you think she's gonna be just as big as the Legend of Barbara?
The Legend of Barbara.
No way. No. You know what? And for those of you on a side note here, those of you who don't know much about the campaign for the whole Squirrel Girl thing that's going on for Marvel, there's a character in Marvel who is beloved. She's called the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl for a reason. It's the dumbest character in the world, but I champion her because she's so cute and dangerous. They call her the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl for a reason. She's never been defeated, ever.
Call her the Squirrel Master.
She is a squirrel master. She's beaten Spider-Man. She's beaten Juggernaut.
What?
She's beaten them all. She's unbeatable. And for the stupidest reason, millions of squirrels that do her bidding. You can't stop her. And there was a campaign. If you Google Squirrel Girl, you will also, if you cross over Squirrel Girl and Stranger Things, you'll see that they wanted the actress who played Barbara to play Squirrel Girl. She didn't get the job. They've cast Squirrel Girl is coming to TV. Through a new show for Marvel, for a Fox, I think, show. But they were hoping that actress was going to play Squirrel Girl, because if you look at the character, she's a sweet little innocent looking kind of a person, kind of has the same kind of a look as the actress who plays Barbara, and they campaigned for that actress to get the gig. She didn't get it.
She has a scholastic look to her.
Yeah, it's funny, man. This character, just like Barbara, came out of nowhere, and her popularity for no reason. I'm not to insult this actress, but but if this just in shits and giggles, let's just say for no reason.
I was a little surprised that people were so up in Barbara's nuts.
Pro Barbara.
I didn't really get it. I still don't get it. I mean, I'm not saying. Yeah, I don't have anything against Barbara's character, but Chris is right. There is like online, she has a presence, and I don't fully get it.
She's viral, man. She went viral.
But whatever, good for her. I honestly hope she gets more work.
The way she died, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the glasses.
I think it was the way the glasses, the look.
I think that she was so like insecure and what's the word? You're an introvert.
And she's definitely introvert.
Introvert. And like maybe people could relate to her. I guess she was.
Yeah. The epitome of like the whole Revenge of the Nerd thing going on with her.
Nerds.
Exactly, and speaking of nerds, like, so we got our main guys, like the boys in this in this show. This is an awesome cast, man. These kids, I don't know how, like we talked about, we don't know how long this show is going to last, but these kids.
I'd say 5 seasons tops. I'll give it 5 seasons.
4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seasons.
Unless they decide to go to a whole different cast after, because when these kids get older, the nostalgia is gonna kind of wear off.
Yeah, they're gonna have to jump on this. They're gonna have to film this kick. I'll tell you what. I think this season is going to be hugely successful, massively successful.
All right, okay, here we go. Here's the question. We're talking right now. All right, I want you to bear with me here. Don't bite my head off. Do you feel that season 2 of Stranger Things will have just as big of an impact, if not greater, as the equivalent of season 2 of Daredevil in comparison to season 1 of Daredevil? Notice season 2 of Daredevil was huge with the Punisher and all this shit, and season 1 was awesome in its own, but season 2 blew the roof off. Do you think season 2 of this will have the same impact, bigger impact, or maybe not so much?
I got a couple of points. One, obviously, due to the success of the original season, this gives the producers a lot more tools at their disposal. They have bigger resources. They have everybody's attention. Everybody is watching them now.
All eyes on me.
But at the same time, because the first season was so successful, it's a double-edged sword. Now people are going to – it's like when The Matrix 2 came out. Everybody's like, oh, The Matrix. And then The Matrix 2 came out, and everybody's like, yeah, it was good, but –
that French bitch kissed
not that good. I don't know if they're going to be as kind to this season critically as the first season. However, I think that there will be more viewers on this season than the original season. Just because the first one was so huge, everybody's paying attention to this now.
Allegedly.
I'm thinking that, and it is based on the clock right here. We're talking about Central Standard Time, guys. Me and Sean are in Texas. We're talking about midnight. Yeah, the countdown to the 27th October at midnight. It's going to be at midnight. So what this is? Oh, but this is Pacific time. So wait a minute.
So it's earlier. So we get it earlier if it's Pacific.
I'm sorry, I might be wrong about that. Countdown to the 27th October. 2017 at midnight, U.S. Pacific time.
Okay, so we get it earlier.
We midnight in California.
Rises in the east and sets in the west.
Midnight in California is 2:00 in the morning for us, 3:00 in the morning for New York, 4:00 in the morning for New York.
See, now he's confusing me. I don't know. I am mathematically retarded, guys.
Midnight in California is 1:00 in the morning Mountain time, 2:00 in the morning our time,
should be 3 o'clock in the morning.
All I know is that it goes from the east to the west. So by the time it gets to the west, it's already later here for us. So technically, we get it later.
So it'll be midnight in New York. It's 11 o'clock for us. And then it's still not going to drop because what they're afraid of is spoilers. So we don't want people to get it in New York first and then spoil everybody in California. So we always wait until California hits midnight. So we all get it at the same time after midnight.
I think we should probably do a spoiler and a non-spoiler. Because I know you guys get pissed sometimes when we do spoilers.
For what? Spoiler what? For season?
After we do the binge. We should do the binge non-spoiler and a binge spoiler. For those who just want a really overview, don't want the details.
So we've already decided what we're going to do is we're just going to live. What do you want to do it live? We're going to live stream.
At least the first episode. We're going to
record ourselves watching that first episode when it drops. And depending on how we feel, we might keep it going and just keep recording ourselves watching the rest of it. But I'm going to be right here. I'm going to have the screen on. I'm going to be right there on the screen, totally masturbating to the monsters. And that you thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
He's going to have like a bungee cord choking himself.
Over 18 years old.
I'll put you in the upside down.
Exactly. But I'm gonna say let's at least do a straight up and then after we do that, then we're of course me and Sean are gonna do a binge review of season 2 because I love this show.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite Netflix show right now.
My favorite, what I call it, my favorite Netflix show
right now. I'm not saying it's like the best show of all time, but right now this is the show I'm most excited about.
I'm more of a House of Cards. No. I'm thinking that at first it was Daredevil. And I'm still, because Daredevil has Daredevil season 1 and season 2 and all that stuff going forward, the Defenders and all that, it still kind of edges it out. But after this, when some more content comes in, I don't know. I'm still on the fence of whether or not I like season 1 of Daredevil.
Well, again, let me clarify this. I'm not saying which is a better show. I'm saying I'm more excited to see this than I am any other show right now.
I'll give you that.
Unless they said, we'll give you the last season of Game of Thrones right now. I'd be like, okay, I'll take the Game of Thrones.
I'm thinking that the appeal of it as far as 11, the fact we have kids. I'm always a sucker for a TV show or a movie where kids are the heroes. When the Explorers.
Oh, yeah.
Movies like that, Goonies. I love when it's the kids who are the ones that are saving the day. None of the adults are listening to us, and the kids have to be the ones to save the day. So on that aspect of it, when you're tugging at where I live right here, you're right. Stranger Things wins overall because it covers a lot of ground. It has the superhero thing going for it. It has the monsters going for it. It has the drama. It has the
comedy, the drama, the action,
all
the suspense.
And where it goes levels in areas where Daredevil and Marvel and whatever couldn't go. They can't go unless they have a TV show where it's monster based. But we're kind of going to get that with Doctor Strange, but that's the movies. Anyway, I'm getting too geeky right now. Let's speculate. What are we looking forward to for season? What else do you think? What can we expect from Winona?
Well, just going off of what, not, speculating off of what I think it could do, just by what I've seen on the trailer, guys, I would say that probably out, when the first couple episodes, they're probably going to maybe reflect on what happened over the events of the first season. I think they're initially going to try to see what's going on with, I believe his name is Will. What's up with Will and that giant booger that came out of his mouth and throat. And then after we figure out what the status of him right now, his status, what's going on with that? What the hell's wrong with him? I think then we're going to proceed into the so basically what happened in season 1. They're going to talk about that shit. What has changed since then? And what the hell's wrong with Will? And then we move forward to all the huge shit that we saw in the trailer for that one. I don't know where they're going to go because it all showed them. It almost looked like that video game Left 4 Dead where they're all like back to back to back and they've all got their rifles aimed and stuff. I have no idea what's going to happen. And of course, we see the giant fucking arachnid thing in the horizon. Maybe they're trying to say that and the pumpkins, the rotting pumpkins, maybe they're trying to say that the Upside Down is trying to come into our world and occupy its space. That's my guess.
I'm thinking you're right about on most of that. I'm thinking that I'm pretty sure they're going to do a cliche where we're not even going to see 11 at all
To the very end.
Until the very end of that first
Don't
episode.
do that to me, man,
They're
because
gonna
she's the
do it.
most interesting character.
She's not going to be on the first episode at all.
No.
And then at the last 5 seconds of the first episode, then you're going to see her like looking at the hole in the wall.
I don't think she's going to be in the season much at all, honestly. I hate to say it.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have her in, even like in the first episode. But if I go, I'm telling you, I swear to you, here's my prediction. If they go through more than one episode where we don't at least see Millie Bobby Brown, fans will riot. I'm telling you, fans are going to call it bullshit. They're going to hate it. They're going to, because she stole the movie.
She did. She's the most.
She's the star.
She's the best character in the whole show. I mean, she's got telepathic powers. She's very what's the word? She's personable. I think, and for some reason, man, guys out there, am I wrong? She reminds me of a young Natalie Portman for some reason. I don't know what it is. That's what I see when I
because of the hair.
No, her face and her I don't know, just like she reminds me of a bald version of the chick from The Professional, minus the telepathic and kinetic powers and all that shit. But she reminds me of a young Natalie Portman.
She reminds me of that character.
Yeah, just in general, man. And a Natalie Portman that age. That's why I get the vibe I get. And she's got badass superpowers, and people just like her.
A likable girl. She just like Weapon 23X. Was it
right? The girl from Logan.
Right? Yeah. For some reason, we love in our superhero movies little girls with kick-ass powers. It worked in Deadpool
and Kick-Ass.
And in Kick-Ass, we love these little girls with I think on the same aspect on that, like in horror movies. What's scarier than a ghost? A little girl ghost. They freak me out, man. They freak me out every time. It's nothing more scary than that, man. Little Becky has been dead for 30 years. Who the fuck was I playing hopscotch with, you know? But these superheroes, man, they're getting younger. They're getting more kick-ass, more badass, and maybe kick-ass Hit Girl. Maybe we have her to thank for this, Chloe.
I think if Chloe Moritz from Hit Girl from Kick-Ass gave us something, I plan on watching some of these episodes again for a refresher. Mm-hmm. I remember Elle being very violently, it was graphic, like she killed people in the show with her abilities, like the guys that were trying to capture her. I remember she was like doing some kind of like head popping or something and like
I think so.
She doesn't hold back, guys. She's not like a nice little girl. If you're on her bad side, she's violent in this show, which is
lucky for everybody else in the show that she instinctively had a moral compass. Like
right,
she wanted to do these things. If she was just an empty vessel, like a weapon, oh man, it'd been a lot more death.
It'd be like the Phoenix, they're just killing everything.
I swear, I thought that little black boy was gone. Remember when they were having their little beef? Get away from me,
man. I did like the nosebleed thing too, because it was kind of like it wasn't an infinite resource for her. She couldn't just do it all the time. Anytime she used her abilities, it was at her own expense. So she kind of had to like ration it out a little bit.
Yeah, it drained her. Yeah. Energy is energy, man. Whether it's magic or science, right?
Or a bloody nose, yes.
Or a bloody nose. When the blood comes out, then the walls start to shake and things start to happen. There's a joke in there somewhere, but we're not going to go there, guys. But when little girls are changing and things are changing.
Oh no.
But I can't. What else do you think is gonna? That's another prediction. What we say Barbara. I feel like Barbara's gonna be.
Barbara's gone. I think Barbara's gone. My guess. He thinks Barbara will make a cameo.
Disagree. Allegedly.
Okay. I'll say this. If Barbara comes back, it's just a cameo and a flashback. What happened to Barbara? I don't think she's going to be returning as a character. I don't. Hey, if I'm wrong, hey, great. That's great. Bring Barbara back. I think you're wrong. But go ahead, Chris. What's your opinion?
I'm another thing that I'm curious on seeing is when on the trailer they showed that they captured something in that damn
in the
Ghostbusters trap, the ghost trap.
You're like, I know they didn't get something in there.
They got a mouse in there or something. That's probably what's gonna be. If I swear to God, if because of the Upside Down or maybe with the powers of 11, if they start throwing proton packs and traps and stuff like that. Oh, I'm gonna be like, I'm done. Worst season ever. I don't know, unless it's a dream sequence or something. It's got to be something that makes it make sense. But if they just go straight up Ghostbusters, I'm gonna call bullshit on this. So I kind of hope that doesn't happen. But at the same time, it could be awesome.
Well, there's always the thing where that every once in a while you'll watch a movie where they'll play a trick on you, where you think a scene is actually happening and it's really just that the individual is under the influence of a drug, or he's in a dream sequence, or in another dimension. Yeah. And then you find out, like, did you see 47 Meters Down?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, they hint to you when you change tanks.
You get the bins.
Yeah, but you know what I thought? We're getting off track, but real quick, you know what would have been great is if they ended it with a pan away shot with her just going, "We're saved." And, she's just literally just stuck in the cage, and then it pans into the dark, and she never made it out. But anyway, guys, what do you think about the ending of 47 Meters Down?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Speaking of
they could bring back Barbara in
Stranger Things. Yeah. What do you think about 47 Meters Down?
Yeah, they could do that same kind of thing with Barbara. Maybe she's not really there, but she makes an appearance. I don't know. Something weird.
I'm telling you, something in the upside down is going to get Barbara's body, use it, and come to our world, and try to pretend to be her. It's going to be like the Men in Black plot all over again. Is that okay? When he pulls the skin back, is that
better?
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm eating a Hot Pocket. But I can't wait to see this, man. I'm thinking it's going to be it can't get here fast enough. I might just do what you said. I might just start watching season 1 again. How many episodes was it? Was it 10?
It was like 8 or 10 episodes, I think. I watched the first one again the other day. I might watch some tonight.
Get caught up and whatnot, kind of skim through it a little bit.
Get refreshed.
Get some Stranger Loving.
Get refreshed.
Get some Stranger Danger things happening and just live the magic all over again. I'm not gonna. I'm definitely going to probably take a nap, get some sleep before midnight. Hopefully, set my alarm clock and wake me up at like.
You're gonna need his energy to sit down and watch TV.
Exactly. So yeah, exactly.
You're such an American, Chris.
I ain't got nowhere to be in the morning.
It's gonna be a rough day. I gotta sit down and watch Netflix all day.
What's wrong with that? I thought this was
America.
This is America. I thought this was America. I paid my subscription. This is America. But I'm gonna enjoy it. I can't wait to see it. And that's all I gotta say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Well, guys, what do you think about season 2 before it comes out? Chris is probably gonna upload this very soon, and maybe even probably before this even pops out on Netflix. If you get a chance to watch this beforehand, what do you think is going to happen in season 2? How many seasons do you think we're going to get out of this? I say 4 or 5. Chris, how many do you think?
About 4 or 5, probably. You're probably right.
So we're both kind of agreement. 4 or 5 seasons tops. What do you guys think? If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put it in the box below. In the meantime, keep watching this. Peace.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this latest video from T3 Media. If you want more content on this channel, just click right here. If you want some of the elite members only stuff, go to patreons.com/T3 Media. Trust me, it's worth the price of admission. As always, hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends. Love. Till next time, guys.